These missing people is very clear. Johan Vandersloot. You don't remember that guy? He killed Natalie Portman.
No, it was Natalie Holloway.
Natalie Holloway. Did you have anything to do with that case? No, I'm kidding. No,
you know, a true story.
Never trust a black guy wearing a Dirk Nowitzki jersey.
You know, I came to the store. Which one?
Oh, you wanted me to give him one? Here you go.
I came to the store the other day, and Pauly Shore's interviewing an assistant, and this guy looks fucking familiar. Yeah. And Pauly's like, yeah, dude, remember that Johan Vandersloot?
No way.
A younger brother just looked just like him.
Yeah?
He didn't hire him, but...
Wow.
Listen, whenever someone says, I have a couple irons in the fire, I think, is one of them a job-writing blacksmithing metaphor? What? Why
I don't know.
That's funny.
But we're going to end the whole show with a joke for Andy Dick. I'm going to try to find a really funny one.
Can I do one? Yeah. I like it.
No, you're going to do the last one.
Okay.
But let me tell you this. If the Miami Heat win the NBA championship this year, I will eat my hat. It's not that I care or think they're going to win. I just want to eat my hat. This is where most of my weight goes. Straight to whatever the fuck this is. I'm going to find a really good joke. You guys talk, and I'll find a good joke to end.
Adam, is it hard to not drink?
You know you've gained too much weight, by the way, when your chair guy refuses to work with you anymore. But go ahead.
He's fat.
Yeah, we need to help him out.
Well,
let's try to get him on Dancing with the Stars.
That is the greatest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well, you know, Jeffrey Ross was on the Stars. He didn't make it past, I think, the first episode. But it did well for him. It'll help this show, and it will help you.
It'll help you. Yeah.
Daniel Carlson says Jeff Ross gained weight when he went on Dancing with the Stars.
He scratched his cornea. His eye was...
You know what show I would like to go on? Eating strawberry.
The world's second oldest man died this week at 113. Good news for the third oldest man in the world, who also got bad news this week. He's dying.
Second. We have to do math? Fuck, man.
It's not.
Let's say this joke.
I mean...
This is a joke that he gave. He says he's doing it in his act, and it's killing.
This one's great.
That he closes with this, and everyone seems to relate to it.
Answer machine.
Yeah, you're right.
Michael Douglas claims that oral sex can lead to throat cancer, which might shed some light on why Adam Egget prefers to lick men's assholes. I'll be doing that on Woody Woodbury's show next week.
Hey, as long as it kills,
it tastes like copper. Like cotton? Copper. He said it tasted like pennies. That's what you told me.
Well,
no, but it kills. That's good.
All kidding aside, I hope you don't die of throat cancer.
He's being sincere.
Yeah, no, that was sweet.
Because I know you lick a lot of men's assholes. And I just pray.
Are you watching a slow burn?
Sincerely. I sincerely pray that the last time you lick out a guy's asshole, you don't die of throat cancer.
I appreciate that.
And I think everyone agrees with me. If I was on Oprah, the audience would start clapping. I'd say, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how I can get through this without crying, but I hope next time Adam eats out a man's shit-filled asshole, he doesn't die of throat cancer.
What about look under your seats, everyone? What's under their seats? Well, it's Adam Egget.
Look under your seat. It's Adam Egan licking your asshole out and giving himself throat cancer at the same time. He's multi-talented.
See, earlier he said you could do nothing.
Right.
And now he's saying you
I could do two things. I could eat out a man's asshole and get throat cancer. And I'm a multitasker.
It's like
too,
how Sammy Davis could sing and dance and do impressions.
Right. I'm just like Sammy Davis
Adam
Jr. of ass eating and
eat out a man's asshole.
So he's the Sammy Davis Jr.
ass eating and
while he's got his tongue inserted in a man's asshole, he's going, Candyman, oh, the Candyman.
Ray Romano. No.
I get. Here's
You
what I
get a
get.
cup. But hey, get this, we have jokes for you.
You're
We're
gonna.
the only show that provides the guests with
Now,
jokes.
wait. When you say jokes for me,
You read them.
for me to.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean for me to tell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to
Good.
think
Oh, I
about
like
it.
that.
Now, well, let me see.
There's less pressure telling them than having a fake react to them.
Exactly. and you know, if it doesn't work, it's not your fault. You know what I mean?
I'm saying it to you or
No,
to
it's
the
the
camera?
camera.
Should I read it first or just wing it?
Yeah, just
Scientists now say that trout can communicate with each other with subtle physical gestures. Just when you thought trout couldn't get any more, well, I should read it first. I should read it first
Here, start
to
again.
give it the
Yeah,
case.
start again. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, so this is like a monologue. Okay. Scientists now say that trout can communicate with each other with certain physical gestures. Geez, just when you thought trout couldn't get more fascinating.
Wow. He swallowed that whole. Well, that's incredible.
Yeah, you shouldn't stop right before the last punchline word. You shouldn't go.
How did you do that, though? How did you memorize that so quickly?
Oh, I don't know.
Just good. Here, pray.
I'm Adam.
Whatever. Well, that name's a name. Jesus Christ.
You knew what he meant.
Yeah.
Mondays aren't actually worse than any other day, according to a group of researchers who've never read a Garfield comic.
Fred?
Yeah.
You can't win with these.
Now you want to read it over first.
I'm actually, I don't want to mispronounce the word.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. The Jamestown College. How about this? I'll read it to myself. I'll say just enough so you can hear it. Archaeologists evacuating a trash pit at the Jamestown colony site in Virginia have found direct evidence of human cannibalism. It's believed to be the first historical occurrence of someone eating a bag of dicks.
You don't know that phrase.
Me?
That's what you told me before.
I said I don't know the phrase. No, I.
Oh, I thought you said it.
So Louis C.K. there, right?
Is it? Oh, yeah.
The guy stopped him and
That's
said,
right.
go eat a bag of dicks.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Maybe he made that up. Or is there a real phrase?
Did he make up
Been
the...
around for a while. It's possible.
I don't even know that that is a phrase.
Yeah, eat a bag of dicks.
It's a flawed joke in many of your stories.
There is a
It's not gonna
Two women accused of using sorcery have been beheaded in a remote village in Papua New Guinea. A team of police rushed to the scene but were forced to stand by and watch the victims being decapitated with axes as locals refused to let them come to their aid. Norm, if you ever go to a remote village in Papua New Guinea, at all costs avoid using sorcery. Maybe you'll have
Everyone stopped listening like 3 minutes in.
Well, it's a fucking novel.
That's the problem. The amount of time to the amount of laugh ratio.
Way off.
If that was a one
That's bad
line,
when
you got
it's-
the same laugh.
It was 2 cards.
It was
bad.
2 cards.
Yeah.
Didn't bode well for my.
I know, right? This is not a.
Is this the first time you're trying this?
It's worked before.
Okay.
So.
All right, a Las Vegas woman was arrested after hiding a stolen Rolex in her vagina. Wow, now Bruce Jenner's just gone too far.
I don't understand.
Okay.
But somebody told me he's going to have a sex tape operation. That's what
I'm
somebody
just wondering
said.
if
I guess, is that the joke?
these are jokes I'm just reading. I don't.
Yeah.
They're not.
Bill Clinton says he wouldn't be surprised if someday we are visited by aliens from outer space. Leading Democratic presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton said, "Shouldn't you be getting a blowjob somewhere?"
Why always dirty?
Boy, I was dirty.
But this is a joke I think Ray
Can't lose?
will kill with him.
Can't lose?
I think.
Las Vegas is now home to a 550-foot tall Ferris wheel. Also drawing thousands to Las Vegas, whores. That's you. That's your voice all the way right there. It's the old the Norm Macdonald lean in whores.
No. But listen to this one, this character.
Health officials in Texas raided the home of 60-year-old sisters and found over 100 cats. The cats are named Bootsy, Lola, Tippy, Cornelia, Fluffy, Minerva, Ringo, Jasper, Charlie, Spanky, Snooks, Doodle, Wally, Happy Pants, Zeke, Veronica, Dolly, Clyde, Ajax, Rusty, Puffball, those were 2, Snuffy, Sylvia, Mr. Moody, Leonardo, Zeke again, apparently, for some reason, Tawana,
Don't comment.
Even Rude, Nimrod, Sylvester, Skee-Ball, Toots,
Okay,
Jupiter, Lady...
That was one of the bits that
gets
that's
funnier.
Funny, not funny,
Yeah.
not funny again.
Yeah,
And
that theory.
Not funny then.
Murgatroyd, Lola Bell, Newton, Felix.
Remember Letterman's top
Smurfette.
10 numbers? The top 10.
That's right.
Top 10. Top 10 numbers from 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Oh
Yeah,
my God,
and that's all
awesome.
it was like number 10.
That's
8.
great.
And then,
You remember that,
the big
Steve?
applause, yeah.
It was actually an emergency list.
And it killed.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, because there was a surprise ending, because there was a tie. 3.5.
What a great twist.
That's
He had
awesome.
written a list about an airplane crash the pilot excelled, and Letterman said, I think it's a bad idea.
Yes.
Crash.
Yes.
And so I said, how about numbers from 1 to 10?
Yeah.
So he was actually reading it cold.
Oh, so you wait a minute. I just quoted something that you wrote.
Yep.
That is great.
Yeah. All right, this is the last joke.
All right, why don't you do it?
No. I didn't do a joke
read one
today.
joke.
Well, I think it was
Again. Okay.
great.
The street drug Special K has been found to be an excellent treatment for depression. This, according to the New England Journal of Gary Busey.
All right, we'll end it there. Thank you, Ryan. We are back with the only Adam Sandler.
Yep.
I think they were confused, but I didn't say one and only.
Why should you?
But I figure only.
There is you don't need one.
You don't need one. All right. Adam Sandler says we're going to do jokes. On this show, we actually provide the guests with jokes.
Oh, good.
So you don't have to think about
Who wrote them?
funny stuff. Oh, we don't like to say because you can also you have the option to pass.
Oh, but I can put this in my act
It's
if I
like
want.
Jimmy Fallon. Yes. It's a game. Okay, ready? I'll do the first joke to show you how they go. Michigan, so you can do it to the camera or you can do it to me. It doesn't matter. Michigan man Curtis Peterson received a 15-year prison sentence for having sex with his pet pit bull. What's that, lassie? Woof woof. Grandpa got stuck in a well? Woof woof. Oh, you got raped. So I didn't want to say, but that's just a. Now this is to me a perfect Sandler joke. Here, you try that one.
Okay. A new study found that men with beards are more attractive. More great work from the University of Bob Seger. That was a good one. That's great.
We always give one to Ige,
Let's go, baby.
All right.
Big man.
Sometimes he gets nothing.
Growing up, I never would have believed that one day I'd need a computer just to masturbate.
That's not bad.
Did they have computers when you grew up?
Yeah, I had a
TRS-80.
GS, Apple II GS.
Oh, really? So yeah, when I was young, Radio Shack TRS-80. But we're older than you, huh, buddy?
I don't remember
That was a
computers.
biggie. Yeah.
When I was young, the computers were so big they'd fill up a whole room. But the good thing is you could ask them a specific question, and then it would come out yes or no. Unless you asked them an imponderable, and then the smoke would spit out. And it'd say this does not compute. Okay, here, what about this joke? Call me an old softy. But I'd prefer if you called me a distinguished gentleman with a flagging erection. Hey, you got the New York things on, so here's a New York joke. New York sports joke.
Tim Tebow's time in New York wasn't a total loss. He had a monument built to him in Central Park. A bench.
A bench. In my opinion, if you're going to fight the war on terror, a good place to start would be this nation's haunted houses. They're terrifying.
That's a good one.
You know, when I was a boy, my dad, he was I guess he was a frugal fella.
Yes, yes.
You know, he was the double generation.
He had a big family. He had to have money for, you know.
And he was the age, of my grandfather. He had me when he was 50. So he had lived in the Depression. So anyway, the point of the thing is this. We're at the exhibition, and there's the haunted house. So me and my brothers all want to go in the haunted house, and my dad says, well, God, Dad, that's no haunted. That can't be a haunted house. Why not? Well, it has wheels. The ghosts that come right out of it.
That's funny, man.
So I wrecked it, yeah. Catherine Zeta-Jones has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Turns out half the time she's Zeta.
Oh, that's good.
Here's one for you, Adam.
If you were a Russian prostitute on a date with serial killer Andrei Chikatily, a.k.a. the Rostov Ripper, and he couldn't achieve an erection, this was not your lucky day.
Oh, goodness. Well, things happen in this world, you know. Here's one. This actually is from my home country.
Oh, okay.
Ken.
Yeah.
Self-described Canadian porn star Luca Rocco Magnotta heading to court soon for the grisly murder of his Chinese boyfriend. Magnotta allegedly killed Lin Yoon on videotape. He started by cutting Yoon's penis off, leading to his lover bleeding out live on videotape. Magnotta then went to his kitchen and placed his boyfriend's penis into a skillet, frying it until it was golden brown. While taking his last breath, Yoon witnessed his supposed soulmate feast on his genitals. After Yoon had perished, Magnotta began dismembering him, sending packages of his... I mean, this guy was a real jerk. You want to do that one?
Adam?
One day in the hopefully not too distant future, North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un is going to hear a loud popping sound, the sound of his head coming out of his ass.
That was very kind. That was the kindest guest to you so far.
Yeah, by far.
Just in case he's still looking tempted. He's got to get in there.
Super Dave Osborne stared at him for a full 25 seconds.
He's tough. He's a strong man, yeah.
Where did you find this guy?
That guy is funny, though, eh?
Here's one for Adam. That was Jill joke.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, says the guy who didn't shove a bunch of Reese's up his ass. That's good. Very good. Very good. This is very... Remember how hard you used to kill on SNL?
Very
what is your joke?
The Octomom has reportedly been evicted from her California home. The mother of 14 children packed up and left her property in Palmdale after being asked to leave for not paying her rent for the month of April. The single parent, whose real name is Nadia Suleman, exited leaving a huge mess and a stench of urine inside the pad. Wait, it says here the urine has been traced back to Adam Egan, which is me.
So it's a self-effacing joke.
Tricked you there, Adam.
Hey, here's one that for Adam. It reminds me of this reminds me of a Dangerfield joke. So I'm going to give it to Adam for his long-standing respect and love for the great Rob.
My favorite
All
stand-up.
right, baby, okay, give me this.
All right, okay.
All right, my brother-in-law is so stupid. You kidding me? The first thing on his bucket list was suicide. All right, baby, okay. That's good, my
That is a very good rhyme.
Fine, baby, all right?
We're going to end the entire broadcast now.
Yep.
So thank you, Adam.
It's time, Normie.
This is
Let's do it
wonderful.
again. It's great being with
I'm
you.
going to give you 2 jokes to do, though, to end the show.
Okay.
And here is the first joke. Now, you can read ahead. There's nothing wrong. There's no shame in reading
Okay,
ahead.
so I can deliver it a little stronger.
Yeah, no, you've been delivering them great. I'm just saying. No shame in reading ahead.
I think there's nothing cooler than being a lone wolf. except at wolf picnics when you don't have a partner for the wolf wheelbarrow race.
Okay, you know what?
All right, baby.
I'm going to give you two more jokes. You can read ahead, but I think this one is perfect Sandler.
Okay.
Offstage Sandler.
That's a good one.
We should end up. Here, I'll tell you what. We'll end with that one.
All right,
and do that one. You can read ahead.
Porn
on that
actor
one.
Ron Jeremy is back at work after having open heart surgery. The name of his next feature, I'll have to sit down for most of it.
Okay, so this is going to end the broadcast, and then we'll say goodnight. The perfect Adam Sandler offstage Adam Sandler show. And here it is.
Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but I invented the light bulb up my ass.
All right, Adam Sandler, everybody.
Oh, that's actually my. That's funny.
Do you want to do some jokes, David?
Fuck, something, yeah.
Well, here's a very, what do you call it? When a joke is just ripped from today's headline.
We need to explain how the joke's
Topical.
Topical.
After being drafted in the 7th round by the Rams, Michael Sam kissed his boyfriend. The celebration didn't end there because on ESPN2 there was full insertion. This is a joke.
Yeah, these are jokes on this card.
Oh, okay.
It's time for this week's This Week I Learned. Adam? There's a thing we do. This Week I Learned.
This week, I learned that cum tastes like nickels.
Oh.
This week, is that true?
That cum tastes like nickels?
Yeah, that's funny. Is that what it says?
That's what it says here.
This week I learned how many gallons of sweat my Kmart hat can hold. Jesus Christ.
But you know, people are watching that envy the heat, you know, from all across this nation.
Oh, God. Yeah, it sounds like when I was in Arizona. I hate that.
This is interesting. A study has found that the average high school prom goer now spends $1,000, or $2,000 if you count the abortion. Have you ever been with a girl that had an abortion?
Sir.
Sir.
This guy goes in and they go, hey, 10th one's free. Hit his card.
I do have a lot of abortions.
Under your belt.
Here's a joke for you.
A Westchester parking enforcement officer stole $89,000 in quarters. How much laundry does this guy need to do?
No, this is a good performing joke.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, I don't feel great. I gave it something. Yeah. Are these left over from when you did updates?
Oh, boy. 2 strangers were arrested for having sex on a plane. How about that, huh? You know who I feel sorry for? The guy in the middle seat.
This saves it.
Do you like American Idol?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, no, I don't like it. Then do the joke.
Oh, here's a good one.
Are these from the audience? They write them? Did you read them? Did you write them or the audience?
Sure.
No. Neil Patrick Harris posed nude for the cover of Rolling Stone.
This is a true story. Neil Patrick Harris posed nude for...
Am I reading it wrong?
No, just saying it's a true story.
Neil Patrick Harris posed nude for the cover of Rolling Stone except for a hat hanging off his wiener. And this morning, Adam Egat... Oh, is that your name? Fucking change it. Is it. And this morning, Adam woke up and said, hey, where's my hat?
Sorry, Neil Patrick Harris is cock.
It's on his dick. Go get it.
I bet Neil Patrick Harris fucking shoved his cock deep up his asshole.
Huh? Oh my God.
But he probably couldn't even get it hard because look at him. So he had to like cram it in. Like, you ever have to cram it in? Or no,
Yeah,
you probably.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not worth the anal sex.
We are living in a golden age.
I go, can we just tell people we went in the behind and we don't have to really do it?
The behind.
I'm trying to clean up your fucking show. We're living in a golden age of Adam masturbating to interracial granny porn.
Who told you that one in confidence? That's fine.
You ever see that?
He's sort of a good foil.
It's like granny thing. Have you ever gone on porn and then something shows up and you don't want to see?
Yeah. Gaping.
Gaping, exactly what I was going to say.
You know what I do? You know, it's funny. Mother-daughter porn.
Oh, yeah?
Because the guy is like a hot 18-year-old, and then you got like an older like cougar, and then the chick's doing it, and the guy's all excited, and then she goes, "Get out, I'll show you how to ride that cock." And he's like, "No," and he's trying to look, and he's pulling the other one back by her foot, and she's like, "Can I get my 300 up front?" And then this one's like, "Yeah, you like that shit? Not bad for 57. He's like, 50s? You're a fucking cougar, I thought. I gotta talk to the union about putting some parameters on this fucking word cougar. Jesus, you old hag. Get this. He's always darting back to the fake daughter going, she's like, "I can't move her. She's too sturdy." She's like, "Oh, this is how you do it, sissy." It's disgusting. True.
What was the website called again?
I think it's just mother-daughter porn. I don't know if there's a particular site.
One time I saw there was a porno, and it was funny because it was like a true moment. All of a sudden, in the porno, the guy was eating, it was behind the girl, and she was like standing up, and he was eating out her ass hole. and then she says, she's like, "Yeah, eat out that asshole, eat out that asshole." And then she's like, "Come on, eat it out. Is that the best you can do?" And then they're like, only old people call them reality shows. They're called shows. Yeah, this one. But the mass, the great big
Longest
story.
15 minutes. I skipped the black mass.
Forget that one.
I skipped the black mass, that devil.
No, forget that one. Forget that
Am
one.
I reading it
Forget that one. You know, George Clooney is engaged.
Sure.
How about that, huh? He and you were sort of the modern day, huh?
Read that one.
Oh, this one? You like this one?
He'll like it.
He'll like it. He should read it.
Dr. Dre announced that he's the first hip-hop billionaire. A regular J. Paul Ghetto.
You think you mean Japan?
Well, here's actually a joke about Donald Sterling.
Oh, good. All the charities that Donald Sterling donated millions of dollars to are giving the money back to him. Well, that'll show him. It's not bad.
Oh, what happened with this? A pit bull? What is it? To stop a pit bull attacking her daughter, a Texas man bit the dog. Well, that's an interesting story. A man bites a dog. It's not what I would call news.
Man bites dog?
Yeah.
It used to be dog bites man, right?
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
Yeah.
I don't get this. I don't get it. Really. Do you write these for real? Do these come from the fucking YouTube subscribers or whatever?
Oh, you know the search for the Malaysian Airlines? Did you hear about the latest?
I heard it was missing.
Yeah, well, did you hear about the latest?
No.
Here, it's on this card.
Okay. The search continues. In related news, a plane was spotted by some cavemen in the year 365 BC. I don't totally get it.
This
back in time?
is the final joke. In my hand,
Thank God. Are we getting the wrap up?
I hold the final joke.
Please, because I have to make some calls.
Thank you for being with us, David. And you look great.
I do?
Yes, to me, I'm quite shocked actually by it. I mean, I see David, but
No, because I got
time to time,
skinnier because I ate
what was that?
vegetables. Yeah, at SNL I eat pizza every day and fat stuff, and I got pasty
By
and
golly, you look young though. Doesn't he look young? I mean, I see him a lot all the time, but for some reason it struck me today.
Are we the same?
How
age?
old?
You know, I think I'm the same age as Russell Crowe.
No,
I
I
think he
just
looks older.
I just hit a huge number.
I don't want. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
horrible.
50 years old. But here,
9 more years, I'll be there.
I hold in my hand. He's young, but his cock doesn't work. In my hand, I hold
The last.
the final joke,
Okay.
and then we fade to black, David.
Back up.
So thank you for being with us.
I like that people have headsets on here like this is some sort of real show.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. Good. The last
This is
one.
usually where
Do you
I
think
say
this is a top 10
thank
show
you,
you
David
had?
Spade, and then everyone in the crew sort of applauds.
Okay. But read your last
David
joke.
Spade.
Read your last joke.
No, they should have done it by now.
I like that you can hear the crew. They're interactive.
Yeah.
That's good.
Here it is. So thank you for being with us, Dave. Would you like to have any parting words? Any parting words?
Me for David?
For David.
Oh, yeah, thanks for being here.
Okay.
Do you want to say it in your regular voice?
You mean I'm more Buffalo Bill? Thanks for being here. Like that?
The final joke
It's growing on me.
from David Spade, a man in Chippewa. A man in Chippewa.
Did you help me, like, with
Well,
that
just
one? A man in Chippewa allowed a hyena to eat his penis after being told by a witch doctor it would help him become rich. Is it me or does it sound like that hyena and witch doctor were in cahoots? That's pretty. I'm glad you saved that one, guys.
David Spade, yeah.
Get my things? Guys, thank you.
It was
He'll
a
interrupt
penny
you at
earned
this
is
point.
nothing to brag about.
Yeah, a
That
penny
one.
earned is nothing to brag about, right? Some people just don't get it, while other people get it but just don't want it.
Well,
that's
those are
not so
good.
good. Felons will be less likely to commit crimes if our prisons served worse food.
Well, what about these jokes? They're not going to sound as funny anymore.
Go ahead.
Well, you don't want to do a dirty joke. Carl.
Absolutely.
Here you go, sir.
Okay. Police in Tennessee arrested a teenage girl when they found a loaded handgun in her vagina. When questioned, her boyfriend said, I guess that explains why my cock... I can't say that word. I guess that explains why my cock kept getting blown off. I don't get it. Oh, I get it. I make believe I don't get it because that means I'm not complicit. I'm not complicit.
2 months later, we still haven't found Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. This looks like the work of Joran Vandersloot. Remember that character?
Yes. No.
You don't remember him?
He's one who allegedly, he murdered.
How about this one, Carl?
Okay. A 28-year-old med student is auctioning off her virginity online. For $300,000, you can have the worst sex of your life. That's good.
That ain't
That's
bad.
good.
That ain't
Who
bad.
writes these?
Oh, well. How about this one?
I know who writes them. You know who writes them? Men in prison.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. A man in Chipata allowed a hyena to eat his penis after being told by a witch doctor that would help him become rich. Is it me, or does it sound like that hyena and witch doctor were in cahoots?
I think maybe they were in cahoots.
Gee, who writes these?
Huh?
We should have this person locked up and looked at, or at least looked at.
Let's let Adam Eager read one. He likes to read sometimes.
All right, George Clooney's engaged. The rich and handsome 53-year-old told reporters, it's time for me to settle down and start officially cheating on a heartsick and disillusioned spouse.
I don't hear any laughter.
Well,
I love George Clooney so much that he can do no wrong. He's just one of the good.
I can do a lot of wrong.
He's just one of the good human beings
he
in the
is,
world.
isn't he? Well, he put you in 3 movies.
With the things that he does, he and his father going to Darfur and going through Chad at risk of to send food and shelter to people who are getting killed. I know he's a man of the world. I mean, a man caring about the world.
Now, I don't know much about geopolitics, but that is one cool name for a country, Chad.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this one?
Yeah, okay.
This is a terrible story. The
The
Nigerian
kidnapping victim in Nigeria are being forced to marry their captors. I'm glad to hear these kidnappers are old-fashioned.
In a way.
Yes.
In a way. I mean, they're getting married.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a similar type of joke.
Right. Some of the 200 Nigerian schoolgirls kidnapped by extremists in Nigeria have been forced to marry their kidnappers. And worse than that, they've been forced to laugh at their husbands' stories, even after hearing them for the umpteenth time.
You know something.
Yeah, I know.
It's
but
very
we don't
hard
have
to make a joke about those girls who
I
are kidnapped.
know.
When I hear about those things, that
It's
is one of the
terrible.
worst. You know,
And yet you got a big laugh out of yours.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got. You know,
No, don't
I'm
ever
just hearing
apologize.
Liam Neeson doing that movie called Taken. Remember
Taken,
that?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
Love Taken.
And I love comeuppance movies. When Count of Monte Cristo is my favorite movie because the bad people get comeuppance. And in Taken, Liam Neeson wipes the floor with the worst human beings in the world who are taken. And when I read about these kids, all I can think is Liam Neeson, send him in and
Give
get
him
these
a
people
call.
out.
Very, yeah.
Also interesting, though, still, that you got a big laugh and he got nothing.
What? Yeah. I don't know how you're still surprised
I
by
think
this.
people are being kind.
To you?
Yes.
I disagree.
No, if there's anybody to be kind to, it's this guy. Hey, how about this? If I had a gun to my head and had to pick a vice presidential candidate to have sex with, I would choose Sarah Palin and Spiro Agnew. Remember Spiro Agnew?
Do I remember him?
Hot piece of ass. You know what I would like to hear? A poem. Do you have a poem, sir?
I do not have a poem.
You do not have a
you
poem?
Oh, I have a poem.
You have a poem?
Yes.
Well, okay, so this is where we do jokes. This is a section where we do jokes. It's kind of comic relief.
Okay.
So would you like to do a joke?
If I can think of one.
Well, no, I give them to you.
Oh, you give them? No,
This
that's
is a great thing. The guest doesn't have to think up a funny story or a joke. We give them to read.
That's great.
Now
Wouldn't it be great if the whole career could be like that? You're
Wouldn't
going
it be
on stage.
great?
Here's a bunch of great jokes that are going to kill.
Well, that's what this show is all about. So this is a topical joke about the flight. But you just read it. You don't read ahead.
Oh, no?
You can if you want.
Malaysian Flight 370 is still missing. You know where they're going to find it? The last place they look.
Now, is that the best
That's
one?
kind of a-
Or is this better? There's two Malaysians. We
That's
can't
a joke, kind of joke. Why did you find something? Why is it always the last place you
It's
look?
a-
Because you stop looking.
a joke
So
kind of
that's a joke. That's a comment. That's a very bright joke.
It's not only a joke, it's a comment.
Comment, yes.
Now, this is a different Malaysian, not Air Force joke.
The pilot's last words, I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on a motherfucking plane. That could be. Yeah, that could be. You're giving me these great jokes. Okay.
Can you do an African American accent?
try, yeah.
Okay. We'll give you an African American. An African American.
Your mom is so fat she developed type 2 diabetes and congestive heart failure. Snap! I don't get that. That so fat she did something.
Well, it's kind of an
It's a
anti-joke.
literal, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know these new meta jokes?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Well, she's so fat, you expect a joke, but then she's just so fat.
I get it. Have you ever seen George Wallace in Las Vegas?
I love George
It's
Wallace.
Wonderfully funny.
Yeah, with his
When he
beret.
does his your mama jokes.
No,
Oh,
yes,
your
yes,
mama.
yes.
And then they let people yell jokes from the audience and pretend he's upset by it.
Right.
I thought of one. Tell me about this.
Yeah.
Hey, George, my mother is so fat when she came to Vegas, they had to build another hotel. That's not bad. Was
That's
it good
good.
enough to send to George
Sure,
Wallace?
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, I've performed in front of black audiences, African American audiences, I call them. And boy,
You're giving me these great jokes. Okay.
boy, they're funny. Like they yell up funny things.
Oh, boy.
Rather than just like.
Do they? Yeah.
Yeah. They yell up funny jokes.
You know, I see a lot of shows that just have black comics, and I tend to go by them because I say I can't relate. But if you ever watch, they're hysterically funny. It's all really good.
Sometimes
good stuff.
you can't relate. I saw one time on Def Comedy Jam, and the guy goes, you got the do-rag? He goes, I'm fucking my woman, and I don't want to answer the phone. Oh, shit, it could be a job, and then, after you take the do-rag, you wipe off your dick with the do-rag, and I'm like, no, I don't do that. But everyone in the audience is like, yeah, we all do that. We all wipe our dicks off. We're gonna have Adam Egget do a joke.
Oh, good. And it's Adam, not Andy.
No, I know. I'm trying.
You don't hear any more about...
In the camera.
Oh, sorry. You don't hear any more about Bob Costas' infected eye. Who is stonewalling this investigation? I'm thinking about a year I would work on my delivery, but it's just not working out.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't blame the joke.
No, you read
Throw
it
him a
like
banana. Throw him a banana.
Do dirty work.
But you read that like there was a punchline. But
yeah, it's. I think the joke
you don't
is.
hear any
that,
more about Bob Costas' infected eye. Who's stonewalling this investigation?
He's a consummate amateur.
Yeah.